Hello, and welcome to our last recording before we get to jump into this learning in the library. And this is again all about the Big Six. I'm Mrs. Volpe, and I'm so glad to meet you. By now, you should have taken the pretest, summarized the correct answers on an index card, noted how many you had right and wrong. Don't forget to watch the video on the Big Six that's offered, also on our learning space. Now we will discuss each step of Big Six in more detail. Here is the lesson handout that's also available to you. Please note that the information in this box over here on the bottom right corner, those are all links to different resources for you, and they're important ones you'll want to get to. This might seem like a lot to look at, so I've decided to break this down into each page of our presentation today. So the first step in the Big Six is to consider your topic first. What do you know? What do you wonder about? Are there any problems or controversies to explore? This will help you pinpoint the information problem, or what you don't know. Now you know what information you need. Here's quiz question number 1. The Big Six is a way to practice, the answer, information literacy. Now we're on Big Six step number 2. Here's question number 2. In middle school, students use what as the electronic resource for selecting reliable material? EBSCO is the right answer. You can use Destiny too, but Destiny will help you find book sources. So brainstorm all possible sources and select the best sources for you. Big Six step number 3. Here's our quiz question 8. We jumped around a little bit here. The librarian is available to help students and will assist with locating and evaluating information. And that's this step we're on now. You need to locate sources. Books will have a physical location on the shelf, but EBSCO allows for access online. The nice thing about EBSCO is that these articles were specifically chosen because they were deemed reliable. So find information within those sources. Practice reading to understand. Big Six step number 4. Here's our quiz question that relates to it. When taking notes, it is best to pull out relevant information. You are going to, I think we have a second question on here too. Aha, there it is. Question number 4, also related to this. Note cards should include a single fact, providing enough detail for future reference. So, collect the needed information. Really engage with it. Read and check for understanding. Hear and view. Maybe you'll have a TED Talk to look at. Touch the pictures on the page. Imagine what life was like in that moment, history perhaps. The more you get engaged with the reading, the more information, the more valuable information you will have. Here's step number 5, the question from the quiz that relates to it. Sharing new knowledge involves organizing and presenting new information. This is important. This is where you've let all of that information kind of settle in your brain. You're going to bring it all together and hopefully reach new conclusions and bring new knowledge to your classmates or whoever you're presenting to. You're going to also create a bibliography. You're going to present this information. Here's question number 6, which is also related. Plagiarism is when the researcher fails to give credit to the author. This can be a big problem, and one of the resources available to you will address this issue. Big Six, step number 6. Question number 7 relates to this one. Reflection or judging the product and the process is important because students will understand themselves better as learners and improve their practice. So you are going to think about your product. Are you proud of your product? How does it compare to your rubric? How was your process? Did you go through all the steps? Did you realize which ones you need to be better in? So what would you change? And what would you do the same? This is the most valuable learning we can do as students. So in conclusion, begin with a question. Consider the possibilities for resources. Explore them and select the best ones. Take notes. Organize your notes and consider what you have learned. Share this learning. Reflect on your product and your process. This is all from the Big 6 by Eisenberg and Berkowitz. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful, and I look forward to working with you in the very near future.